Welcome back to the 420 Tarot Lounge. My name is Friday, and I want to thank you for stopping in. I just started a reading moments ago. I went through it, and I wanted to make sure that the camera was capturing the bottom row. And it appears that didn't record any of it, so now I have to start over. I'm not sure what happened there. Who knows? Maybe the 420s kicked in. Okay, so we've called in Sovereign. I have cleared the air. And we are calling on Sovereign, your spirit guides, ancestors, your angels, for a message coming into the month of May. 5 of Wands. Okay, so May, I feel, is going to be a month of conflict, contradictions, upheavals. And I feel like you may maybe not taking part, but witnessing. 7 of Wands. And even avoiding death. Ace of Wands. Okay, so these changes that are coming towards you, and some may be opportunities, some may be cloaked as opportunities. This death card generally means transformation, death of an ego, that kind of thing. I'm currently seeing this as a reset, I'll say, especially with this Ace of Wands here, or a resistance to a reset. You keeping things as their status quo. Knight of Swords. Three of Wands. Oh, there's quite a few cards here. 7 of Pentacles. The World. The Knight of Pentacles. 9 of Wands is the underlying energy here. So, like I said, it's like there's some kind of a conflict where there's change being put forward. And it feels as though this change is being masqueraded as mandatory, or if you don't do this, this isn't going to happen, or if you do this, this isn't going to happen, or whatever you want to call it. And there's a resistance to that. And that resistance is providing opportunities for expansion away from those changes. This Knight of Swords here, especially under the 7 of Wands, is speaking, saying, stand your ground, okay? There will be little wins. As those little wins accumulate, They're like little, says Seven of Pentacles. It's like little seeds, and you're waiting to see which ones will actually take root and blossom, providing some sort of road to abundance. Now, with this World and Knight of Pentacles coming out here, this for me is, it's saying, as you're going through this, doing this, being active here, again, my readings are timeless for entertainment purposes only, you're setting yourself up for a head start in, on the next part of the journey. So there must be something going, whatever it is that, and it's because there's planning here, there's process, procedure, there's detail. So going into the month of May, you are going to be presented with some changes, something different, something out of the ordinary. Maybe you don't see it as beneficial, or be sure you're looking at it realistically, okay? Sometimes because it is the ego that stops change from moving forward. But there has to be, with this Knight of Swords, common sense has to fall into this. And sticking to your guns will be fruitful. There will be little wins. There may be one or two little wins, but then I feel like there's going to be like a ripple effect. So whatever it is that you may be facing next month, don't be stubborn. Just be, don't, just be um, um, sturdy. But I feel like these are big changes. Let's get some, let's see if we can get some more information over here. But it feels to me like it's setting you up for success. It could be June, July. Let's see. Is there any clarity you could provide for us, Sovereign, Spirit Guides, Ancestors? Six of Cups. Two of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. Okay. Then we have the Five of Cups on the bottom. So there's like clarity here is that the common sense or the understanding or the in-depth knowledge, I'll say, of something gives you yourself almost like because you've been doing it, whatever it is, okay, gives you almost like an expert perception on it, and you're not standing your ground because you're not willing to budge from this, whatever it is that's trying to be changed. There may have uh, there may have to be some kind of negotiation or com- um, yeah, negotiation. There may have to be some negotiation on some things. Now you may find that um, the negotiations, I feel like they could go either way, but especially with this Five of Cups here. There's going to be losses, and then there's going to be gains, but I feel like you're going to be stuck on the potential losses. But this is like a stick to your guns, because there is leeway, there is a room for um, there is room for a small victory here. Now you have to ask yourself, is this victory worth the battle or the outcome of the battle? But as we see over here, it's preparing you for success in the future, or a head start. You're the one that determines whether or not you're going to be successful by your choices. But I feel here, so again, my readings are timeless, for entertainment purposes only. The changes that you're going to be faced with, keep your uh, opinions more, how you think things should be done as efficiently as possible, or how you think something should be run, whether that's a company, a household, um, the restaurant up the street. I guess, well, that's a business. Um, Stay steadfast to your heaviest anchors. And the negotiations will take place, or maybe there may even be a little bit of compensation. Maybe this is the head start, is that you get a little bit of compensation. But now you've got to ask yourself, is that worth it? What is it they're asking that they're going to pay you to do? Or you're going to get some kind of material benefit from. Okay, so be sure you are acting your authentic self, and don't allow enticement to cloud your judgment. Yeah, I'm kind of seeing this. I'm gonna. I feel like this is a little bit. Hmm, I don't want to go as far as sinister, but it's the creepy crawlies. The Chariot, the Moon, the Emperor. Yeah, like I said, it feels to me like, and then the Empress is on the bottom. So it feels to me like they're, with the Chariot and the Moon, it's like you're going to feel like you're going forward, but you're actually not. This Emperor, he's a tricky one in this deck. If you notice, he's got two hands on one side. This one here. So he's a tricky one, okay? And with this Moon card here, with the Emperor, um, it's all illusions. Be wise to the illusions, okay? Like I said, anchor yourself. My name is Friday. This is the 420 Tarot Lounge. If you enjoy my interpretation, find me funny, like the vibe of the channel, I encourage you to smash that like button and pass that puff. Let's hope your coffee is hot, your mind is light. You have a beautiful soul. Namaste.